Hello. So that's been a nightmare. So it wouldn't let me do it on the normal way. I've had to move all of the Wi-Fi and then reset everything, go on to a different page. And I thought I wasn't going to get there in time for the moon. So I'm just going to cleanse the air. I'm inside the watermill. And here, let me just move that out of the way. Here is one of the great big grindstones, which are fabulous. So we're going to do pick a tool. But before we do pick a tool, we're actually just going to do a general on this full moon in Aquarius. Hello, Kizzy Cat. I've got my glasses on so that I can read what you're writing. Let's ding the bell. It's so hot here today. It's 33 degrees. I've had to bring a little dabbing cloth. So here we go. I will talk about the bells, but hello to Pamela. I can't read, I'm so far away. Hello to Yordis. Hello, Eve. Hello, Sarah. Wassail. So, the bells, a bit of a shocker, that first one. Let's pop that over there. So, it's interesting, the last full moon that came after the new moon in Cancer back in July, that was also in Aquarius, but it was kind of at the very early degrees of Aquarius. And this one today is at 29. Hello, people. And I've been luckily and fortunate in this lovely paradise. You sit outside because it's 23, 24 degrees at night. So you sit outside just to be cool. And there are two trees and they frame the night sky, and they've allowed me to watch the movement of the moon, Saturn and Jupiter over the last fortnight. And it's interesting that the last full moon would have been right next to Saturn, and this one's going to have moved past Jupiter. So there's something about the energy of Jupiter influencing it. So, how are you going on with your runes? They're fun. I'm really, really, really enjoying them. So, hello to... I've got my glass on. I still can't see. Hello to Lucille and Seal and Monaria and Sue. Wassail, everybody. So, let's just get these runes and ask, in general, what's the moon up to? And then we'll move on to pick a tool. I suppose I should show you the tools so that you can think about it. So here's tool number one. I don't want to tell you what it is yet. I mean, some are obvious. But here is tool number one. Here is tool number two. They're all from hanging around here in the watermill. They're old things that we used here. Here's tool number three, a little Mjolnir. Tool number four. Tool number five. And then tool number six. Tool number six. So just again, 1. This is a little bit like the moon. Tool number 2. Good afternoon, people. Soul Explorer. I will learn everyone's name slowly. Tool number 3. Tool number 4. Tool number 5. And tool number 6. So let's go on to general moon reading. So the runes are completely fascinating me. I'm getting really interesting stories from them. I'm seeing a very funny angle here because I can't get my legs under the great big tall chest of drawers here. Thank you. My t-shirt is actually, it's from a wonderful tarot deck, and I'm obviously sweating like hell here because it's so it's the star card. It's a healing card. So it's a very expensive deck that's out of print, but I thought if I keep wearing it, at some point it'll arrive in my possession. Hello, Boston. Do you know what I realise is I can read the comments, but I can't quite see the names. Never mind. You've all got beautiful names. So the moon. It's going to be full in all of 2 or 3 minutes. So maybe we'll just chit chat to get ourselves ready. Let's just go with it. The alarm will go off to remind me. So, full moon in Aquarius. This is the first full moon that will put everything in the correct order. So the new moon will begin with its direct opposite full moon. And that hasn't been happening all year. So it's a good thing, this one. We get back into a different kind of energy frequency of things kind of following in a natural order. So that's interesting, some dented cards. What's the moon bringing? It's bringing a rebirth. So we have hell, death and rebirth, and this is hell as in the goddess. And then we have Earth Maiden. And that's just interesting in that, you see, I kind of want to say HD, like everything's coming into a new, brighter, sharper kind of focus, because obviously hell, this is actually an H. It looks more like an N, but it's HD, high definition. Something's about the earth is changing its definition, changing the way in which you look at things within the natural world. I'm going to try and get 3 more cards and then put some others on it. I've got a new rule with these. A new rule. Because they're index cards, they don't shuffle and fall often other than in very large chunks. So when that happens, I only take the one facing up. Don't take the whole chunk. So here we have the weird rune. And this is a little bit like 21, a completion of some kind of massive karmic cycle. Oh, look at this, people. We have Witchcraft. Happy full moon, everybody in Aquarius. It's the full moon. Happy full moon. So, and that started just as the magic appeared. The Witchcraft, and then Ing. Ing, which is to ignite water meadow. Now, water meadow is coming across as a kind of place within our soul where our emotions are allowed to naturally bloom. So there's some kind of magical energy coming towards our inner meadow. So we have hell, death and rebirth, a high definition rebirth into some kind of karmic cycle. Look, I say karmic. In Norse mythology, there's no such thing as karma, but it's the completion of a major life path, is the best way to put it. There was no karma involved as such in Norse mythology. It was just something you were meant to be doing. So let's add, because we're on the moon, let's add some Odin and the 9 realms, just to go with the runes that we have here. The Earth Mage and Thy, it's like coming back into yourself. I know we've been saying that for a while with an ego reset. Oh, look, do you know the other thing I keep meaning to do? Hang on a minute. So, look, I need to go into here and let me see if I can do this. Eve, you're a moderator. And I'm going to do that with some other people. I just needed to know if I could do it. I don't have any moderators. I just assume no one's going to come on here and be rude. So, hell and rebirth and Thy. So some kind of rebirthing process into your earthly power. It's a healing. Oh, look at that. Air and Madir. So there's a healing going on right now with this moon. We'll look into it. Actually, no, let's look into it now. Madir is really man, it's thyself, but it's also the community. So it's talking about on an individual level, this moon is creating some kind of healing process, but it's also creating something to heal everybody, like a shift, a change. These are two very powerful runic symbols. This high definition kind of energy that's coming in. So I'm sorry, I'm going to get really distracted. Well, you've got comments because I haven't done a live for ages. Oh, I can't read them. Let me go nearer and have a quick look. Yes, Pamela, that's true. I do assume that no one will be rude. I think there's a lot in that. Any assumption that you have of being under any kind of attack will bring that kind of attack towards you. So, no, Eve, I don't think I have. I did have one when I was doing a reading and someone said I was really unfair and biased, and I told them to bugger off. I said, I don't need you, go away. So, let's have a moon card for Hell and Rebirth, because we're in that full moon right at this very minute. I can't wait to see it arrive. Look, the end of a tough cycle approaches. That's perfect. And also, it's Capricorn, full moon in Capricorn, but Pluto is in Capricorn at the moment, 24 degrees, in retrograde, and it's death and rebirth energy. So I would suggest that there is a massive connection with Pluto energy at the moment, but don't forget, we have also got Gaia, Uranus, has finally joined the retro team. And I have to say, look, I've been saying for ages that there's going to be a tough time in Virgo. And actually, when that stationary moment happened, did you not all feel that it just kind of went poof? like a kind of a snowball hitting snow, as if that moment was all cushioned. I don't know what's coming, but so far it's been feeling very kind of soft and paused. So, oh no, I don't want that one now. I want some tarot on that, on this high definition, thy earthly power, earthmation, healing that's going on. See, I'm immediately drawn to this one as being Uranian energy. So this sense of riding the bull, which is Taurus, but making all the right steps, moving forwards in the correct pattern. So it's the Knight of Swords, some trimming going on. And then we have two other cards face up. Something about a need to, in order to come into your earthly power, Earthmation, you have to heal. And healing is editing thoughts. So we've got the Knight of Swords editing our earthly presence. And then we have here the King of Swords. And he has behind him, he has a really powerful air dragon who's seated directly over the top of his throne, but acting as like crown chakra energy. And then we have the Four of Cups, some kind of new energy coming in, but it's somehow you have to wire yourself in to trees. There's something about really knowing a tree. So I'm not going to say, I'm going to hope it comes out in the next bit, but remind me personal Yggdrasil trees. Yeah, look, it's saying that. We have to wake up to our inner Yggdrasil. You have to wake up to your own thing. Take the blindfold off, and actually you will see in high definition, in this HD, look at all of the runic symbols now moving around this wonderful Queen of Wands. She is the tree. So let's go to the Odin, and we're looking at the All Rune. And then we'll move on to the 6 things. I have to be careful about how much time I spend here because there's no plug. So if it runs out, it runs out. And I'm sure I've missed people that have come in, but hello, everybody. It's so nice being here. It's so nice being able to come on and do a live with you all. I've missed all of that, not having the internet. So we have Asgard and Vend. So Asgard is old heaven, moving away from structured heavens, moving away from a society that has boundaries and borders and walls. This moon is the first gambit in bringing the energy of all things back to us, things that have been missing. There's another card just over here. This is the start of the bigger picture. So this is hugging and munning, or hugging and thugging. We've got to search for a happier, bigger picture that's boundaryless. We've got to move into the notion of having thoughts that don't contain things that bind us or bind others. So to move into a better flow. Yeah, I know, there is no plug. There is one which I just found behind a door over there, but it's too far away now set up. I can't make it reach. And the guy that looks after the house, who lives up the way, he's gone out, so I can't even ask if there's an extension lead. So, oh, we don't want those, we want the Moonology. Weird Rune. Oh, we got 2. Look, we've got... Your hard work is paying off. We've now got this connection to Pluto strongly in 2 of these cards for the general reading. This sense of this death and rebirth, this energy of combining light and shadows is how you gain your power. And then we have full moon in Aquarius. There it is. Show the world the real you. I can't believe we got full moon in Aquarius. Well, I can. I was expecting a lot of magic today. Show the world the real you. So let's put some of these Universal Celtic Tarot on this weird rune. Oh, that's interesting. You've got to dig. You've got to dig inside for inside you. Oh, nice though. You've got to search yourself for your death and rebirth. This is hell riding a giant bird. And what does it come with? The Six of Cups. It's like a reunion with yourself. It's like a reunion with nature. It's like a reunion with source. It's an energy of coming into a whole series of lost frequencies, I guess. So that's very nice. Now let's find out what this beautiful thing is. This is the one I'm most excited about. Witchcraft and Ing. What is the witchcraft? This is sorcery. It's also elder trees that Sheila noticed when she did a community rune reading. It's the elder tree which is likely to be from the wood from which the first woman was carved. And there is something about this that feels very much as though it's divine feminine frequency. I know, I'm trying not to use divine feminine and masculinity. But in terms of how we're looking at that here, it does feel very much like more consciousness magic than it does physical magic, as if it's magic working on emotions, consciousness, understanding, and we're igniting the water meadow within our soul. So let's have some Odin on this witchcraft, igniting the witchcraft with, look, it's Freya. So Freya is love. Freya is protection. Freya is Sadir magic and sacrifice. Tyr. And Tyr always represents the full moon. So it's almost like there's some kind of cycle. There's something to do with Pluto and the sun. And that's not coming until December time. Oh, that's interesting. There's something to do with the space between the solar eclipse on the 4th of December and the sun passing in front of Pluto. They're showing me this as Pluto. So that's later on in the year, igniting our inner water meadow. This is the opening energy. We need to understand ourselves better to move through those energies. Let's get, there we go. Full moon in Taurus. So it says your dreams need a practical plan. And that's exactly what I've just been saying. So Gaia, Uranus, is busting open Taurian energy right now. And it's going to be doing that all the way around until the 20... Let me check if I've written it in my book somewhere. Sure, I wrote it the other day. The 21st. I might not have written in here. It might be on my iPad. So you're preparing now to find a rebirth energy for yourself and to plan a dream that will take place in January 2022. It's trying to show us how we can take advantage of these longer cosmic cycles. So just give me a sec to find the article. There it is. So 19th of January. So there'll be something interesting about the date at which, as I say, the Sun conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn. So, oh, tarot, and then we'll move on to picker. Tarot. Right, so what do we have? Yeah, you're not ready yet for this step. The cluricorn is still preparing. These mushrooms always talk to me about divine timing, spores of footsteps. They're the tracks you leave behind. It's almost like you're not ready yet until Gaia Uranus comes out of retrograde. And that's when you will understand how you make your dreams real. And that's when the movement comes. That's when everything will race forwards again. I'm not saying nothing's going to happen. There's so much that's going to happen now. But in terms of our personal journey and then how that fits into a collective journey, it's all taking place from now, the whole period that Gaia Uranus is in retrograde. So let's put the cards back and let's begin picker. And I'll have a look at your comments. I nearly got a splinter up my thumbnail. Right, so I think what I might need to do as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I have, beautiful people, is I've got 6 decks of tarot. And so what I'm going to say is we'll start with the objects in their order, and then you can pick a tarot deck to go with it. We're going to use Rune and Tarot for each one. So I hope you're all having a nice time chatting. I really didn't pay any attention for a minute. I also need my little dabber. It's so warm in here. So let's begin with object number 1. First of all, do you know what it is? And have you picked this object? So this object is for placing cheese on it, and then you squash the cheese, and the liquid inside the cheese curds drains out from here. So maybe the message has got something to do with draining out difficult emotions or toxicity. We won't know until we get started. But here is the cheese drainer. So pick for me, please, a number between 1 and 6. Hello, Cindy. Number between 1 and 6. Hello, Luby Lou. Pick a number between 1 and 6, please. 1 and 6. Number 1. Any other numbers, people, or just a number 1 from Lucille? Oh, look at you all. 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have selected the good tarot. So the cheese press. What are we going to get? We're going to kind of hope for between 4 and 5 rune cards, and then 4 or 5 tarot cards. And I've been practicing reading little stories from them. Let's hope I can do them as good in the daytime as I can with the moonlight on me last night. So, this is 1 and 5 for anyone that's interested. Oh, that's my mother's birthday, 1st of the 5th. It's an interesting thing just as an observation for me. Maybe she'll appear behind me. So, there's one. Oh, look, over my shoulder, we think that is a giant heavy rolling pin to make life easy. Swelgeness, people, swelgeness, the whirlpool, the vortex, past thoughts that trap you. Can we please have 4 more cards for the cheese press? Well, we've got 3. Oh, and now we've got 906 cards, even though I've only made 78. One more card, please. One more card, please. One more card or I'll split the deck. Right, I'm splitting the deck. Your final card, Leaf. So that's really interesting. You're beginning this group with swelgeness, the whirlpool of the past that traps you. That's Urthr, the Norn. And then you have Isa, gripped ice. Then you have this beautiful one, Raza, I explore, to engage. Then you have Condel, which is cosmic light or an ulcer, something uncomfortable that you need to reach for. And then we have Leaf, which is leaf, and that is to become. So this is some kind of wringing out of something so that you can reach this energy. When I look at the cards energetically, the trap, the whirlpool, is self-contained, and you have to break free from that. But you're gripping onto the past, you're holding thoughts of the past. And then you need to explore your past. You need to bring the uncomfortable ulcer energies to the light. You need to show them to the cosmos, to the cosmic candle. And then you will become your own leaf. In other words, you'll be correcting your place on the tree, the greater tree of life that everyone exists upon. So can we have please one card for each? I've got 2, but I don't know which order they're in, but I saw the Page of Water first, so I'm putting the Page of Water with the past, the 8 of Pentacles with the ice, and then we have the 7 of Water with exploring. We have the 9 of Earth with candle, and then we got 2 we have Tower and a New Beginning at the end. So it's a transformative frequency. I need to move this chair, I'm a bit uncomfortable. So I actually think that I put them the wrong way around. I really think that these 2 are talking together. So the key to your movement forwards, to the mastery of things in life in this realm, the missing next moment of pentacle, physical attachments to things, is coming as a kind of new melody. It's almost like you've got to go down into your past and change the tune of old thoughts and emotions. That's quite interesting. You've got to start to, play a new melody on how you see your past. And there's something about Isa. Isa is really like, from the void, it's almost like the very first stroke that takes place, the very first energetic expression. And yet it's almost like saying your past, your perception of your own past, is stopping you from growing anything that will be part of your future frequency, because you're still going round and round in this swelginess, this swelling, turbulent whirlpool, and you're hemmed in by it. You need to sort of catch down and earth in a new melody, a new way of thinking about past energies, past traumas, past emotions, past experiences, and just begin to bind a new galdia, which is the spoken melody tune, around those old stories, so that this can grow. This has you have no growth here, you just have the pole. So it's ice, and so there's something about this page of water coming across as being the point at which ice meets. So there's something, I see, either that's interesting. I was going to say there's something lacking in terms of fire, because it's where fire meets ice, that all of life is created in Norse mythology. So you need to melt your ice a little so that you can bring your bucket of life to the fire, because the fire is not at the moment within you, but without you, outside of you. So you have, after ice, you open your heart, your emotional center with rasa, to engage and explore in a whole series of newly worked emotions. This Seven of Water, there's a sort of telekinesis going on, and it's that frequency of having many choices available, but they're showing me this between these two. By each time you remove one of the stuck pieces, you make space within your heart for a reordering of how you look at your life, which is very interesting. And then we have the cosmic light. So you've got to somehow seek these new melodies, take your energies and gift them up to the cosmic light. And there's something Elfamir about this candle. So let me just have a good look at this card. It's interesting that it's like reordering the old makes space. So by removing something from the past, you make space for something that's coming in the future. And there's a reference in here to solar eclipse energy. Maybe it's just literally saying that if you chose to squeeze something out of your life with this cheese board energy, maybe you just need to find a way to plan where you're heading in terms of the end of the year, moving into the new year. I think one of the things I'm getting through is there is no rush. Everything is in a cosmic order that is changing, but we need to engage. You need to engage with your own pathway forwards. And your pathway forwards to future energies is blocked if you don't deal with things from your past that bother you. By clearing the past, by rewriting the tunes, the memories, the melodies on your past lives, or past life. I'm going to say past lives there. And I don't usually talk about past lives because I often feel that they're actually something within our DNA rather than within us. But it's come out, past lives. There's something about how correcting something to do with the past or past lives will actually clear all the thorny briars from your future to allow, it's like the ulcer part is all the sharp thorns that won't let you allow the energies of the future to come through the portal of the future to be in the now with you. And there's something about, as you explore this fear of getting thorns in your fingers. So then we end this one with leaf become, and it's a tower moment, but that's a new beginning. It's still, there's this energy of, to me, it feels like there's one particular story, energy from your past that frightens you more than any others. And they're saying, look, it's in the past. So allow it to rise back up. Allow it to be melted by bringing it towards, bringing that icy cold story towards the cosmic light so that you can melt it. And yes, it will feel a little bit like a tower moment, but this is a beautiful tower moment. This is a tower moment of progress. And then you can see energetically how it's bringing something new. It's interesting that leaf, if you remove this part, it becomes the image of ripen. There's something about maturing in this period from this full moon now all the way around to the beginning of next year. It's like bringing yourself into a kind of plan. I don't like a plan because plans are very structured, but there's something about needing to correct your course forwards. So at least have a sense of where you might like to go. So I think we'll add, just to the end of each reading, we'll add an Odin and a moon. So can we please have, rebirth yourself. Rebirth yourself. Oh, this has got that energy of the eclipse in it again. The eclipse in Sagittarius on the 4th of December. But you have to rebirth yourself. You have to retune your inner compass to journey forwards. She's the goddess of snowshoes, snow, giants, not slipping over, being safe. She's also the goddess tricked into a bad marriage and just gets herself out of it and gets on with her own life. So there's something about that energy also sitting within Skadi. She's also connected to spirit. Right, so it's the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. Adjustments are required. Adjustments to your past to open the energy to the future pathway that's coming in. So that's the cheese press, people. Let's pull the cards back and we'll move on to object number 2. Whose birthday is it? Whose birthday is it? I have to go back to find out. Who said it's their birthday? Ah, moon shadow. That's brilliant. You're a moon shadow and it's a full moon today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Don't really remember that song very well. I remember one by a very obscure Scottish band from when I was a child that went, happy birthday, yay, 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 yay. Happy birthday, yay, 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 yay. Happy birthday, and a hot bath to those. Awesome it. Oh, look, I put that one the wrong way up now. I'm on the condole the wrong way around. So, beautiful people, did you pick object number 2? Object number 2 is a dough cutter. It looks like some kind of like pantomime Peter Pan pirate sword, but it's for chopping large pieces of dough. So, pick a number between 1 and 5. I've reduced it now between 1 and 5 because I've taken a deck away. I'm going to put the good tarot over there in the cheese press to remind me to add it to the list later. Oh, hang on, you're doing numbers. Okay, so we've got 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. We're going with 2 people. So, you have picked the Grand Lux Tarot. This will be interesting, because I usually keep this deck very slightly for kind of like, sort of it talks to me often about real events in the world around us. So, object number 2. Let's just clear the air. Let's just have a little bit of Palo Santo and a little bit of water. Is everyone having a nice Sunday? So while I'm doing that, let's just see. Yes, Cindy, watch them all. So, there we go. Let's get on with these runes. I'm going to say it again. Are you all enjoying the rune deck? Oh, look at that. The moon is rising with was. Kusma and was. Right, so here we go. Did you pick object number 2, the dough cutter? What? Oh, you see now, look, there's a new rule. When a load of cards fall out, like that many, you only take the one that's on the surface. So we have oak. Something is supporting you. Oh, you see now we've got another pile of that 8. So we only take the top one. It's the same. We've got the water meadow. So let's keep going, please. 3 more cards, rune deck. They don't shuffle well because they're index cards. Oh, is that 3? Oh, it is. So let's take them. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So it's followed by ash. You've got oak and ash. This is personal Yggdrasil tree. And then we have the very exciting Lifruma, the elven light. And then we have pear tree or surge into some kind of new cosmic frequency. So let's get this Tarot Grand Lux while I have a little look at the energies. I'm seeing this frequency of the oak, the support of your personal Yggdrasil tree. This is what this is to do with. It's about switching your trees. That's an interesting one, isn't it? The oak is here as your current Yggdrasil reflection. So imagine your personal Yggdrasil tree as a kind of tree made of mirror, and your tree will project the current image of where you are personally, which tree you should be working with at the moment. I'm not saying you all need to switch to ash. I'm merely saying that you need to change the focus of your personal Yggdrasil tree for it to grow. It needs to have more water and more light. There's not enough water and light on your personal Yggdrasil tree. Maybe pear tree. There's a lot of tree in this reading. Let's see what we get anyway. Good morning, people. It's afternoon here, actually. So, your current Yggdrasil tree is being broken down. Tower moment. Tower moment on your personal identification through your Yggdrasil tree. So this is talking about literally a breakdown of your perception of all of your realms, the whole thing. All 9 realms are being transformed for you. So, what's the Water Meadow? What card is coming with Water Meadow, please? With with Ignite. There's something about this being your inner soul, like a matrix needing to be pushed in behind your personal Yggdrasil tree. Strength is coming with Water Meadow. And then we have, you see, this is telling me about a change from the 8-8 portal to the new 9-9 portal. The 9-9 being the maiden portal. We haven't got a proper name for it yet, but the 9th of the 9th has got something quite significant that's coming up that's got something to do with the changing of your personal Yggdrasil tree. Like going gardening, rebuilding. So Elven Light, Lifruma. Right, so here is the Elven Light. It's almost like an uncertainty is what I'm seeing. It's like a doubt. And then the 7 of Swords with Perth to exit into a new frequency. So let's go through this. All of the mirrored facets, everything about the tree, how you reflect your energy towards others is being slowly changed and brought down. And it's being done by spirit. It's a very supportive energy. It's like your Yggdrasil tree is reaching out to you, to regarden you, like you have to work together as gardener and plant. In this part of the cycle, the tree is your own personal Yggdrasil tree is becoming your gardener. So it's, if you look at the difference between oak and ash. And they are 25 and 26. It's a natural progression. To lose this, I want to say this, just this little piece that talks about it being oak as opposed to ash has got something to do with perceptions of yourself that actually are not strictly speaking true. And they're what need to be removed so that, they are saying the word humble, but I don't mean you've got to get totally more humble. But there's something about a transformation of outward energy just turning back on itself to look at your meadow. So let me have a little look at what you're saying, because I'm so naughty. It's not moving down properly. Oh, look. Hello, Tom Kerr. Oh, whoops, Tom Kerr. I accidentally made you a moderator. Just to apply some pressure on you while you're in here. Oh, look, there's Rob. Which am I on? I'm on the second one. I'm on this one. Maybe I should just wear it throughout the whole reading so that you know. It makes a very fine hat. So, we're looking at a change. The difficult one for me is this. Because I don't know that this strength is talking about finding an inner strength. I feel like you have the inner strength, but I feel like the inner strength is waiting on you turning around some kind of thought process that is this little hook that kind of trips you up every now and then. It's almost like that little part of your personality that lifts up, that is a very stable part of your personality, is what needs to be cut away with the dough knife. So, I need to ask another. Oh, I see. Now I can see there's a card sticking up. I felt like there was another card, and it's here. It's the Four of Pentacles. There's treasure within your soul. There's treasure within the world. There's treasure to be had and found, but you have to go on an emotional journey. There's something again about, I mean, we're in water meadow. Ignite your emotions. Ignite your emotions differently. Look at the river flowing past this hermit. This is the personal Yggdrasil tree. Your inner light has to be transformed. I feel like, you know, this card, he's so gorgeous in the way in which he challenges us as he looks out of the card, that he is really just kind of saying he knows himself. He knows the treasures inside himself. He's ready to journey. And that's what feels like this water meadow, is the strength to trust your own gut. I see. I didn't know it was going to be gut until they said that. And trust your heart. Don't hide your heart. Trust your heart. So then we have Elven Light. I want to say that there's something coming that feels very fortuitous, very energetically beautiful, very calm, very emboldening, enlightening, uplifting, and yet somehow there's a part of that coming that isn't quite enough for you. Like you're waiting for something else. You're waiting for something else. What is it though? I mean, is it just literally you're waiting for the tree, the new tree? Are you waiting for a new tree? What are they waiting for? You need to make sense because they're quite vague, these two cards at the end. What are they waiting for? What are they waiting for? So, you're waiting for some kind of cosmic unburdening. You're waiting on an actual moment that's coming. But what's the clue to it? Just give me a moment. 25, 22, 26, 14. So 5, 8, 4, 7, 15, 19, 24, 6. It's like you're waiting for some kind of balance, but there's a sense of, yes, waiting to unburden something, but also like waiting for the burden of the support that you've given to everybody, but not yourself, is what I'm hearing. Buckling you, but that doesn't seem like a very sensible approach. Let's have a Moonology card on Oak, the old Yggdrasil that you're leaving behind, that you're tearing down, moving towards the new Yggdrasil that you're building. It's North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. You've got to move away from that one. You've got to move from north to south somehow. Head in a different direction, Yggdrasil-wise. So you have this pear tree surge. I'm not saying that it is a pear tree that you're having. This Seven of Swords, this is about knowing the moment to run towards the elven light. But I feel like you know at the moment to wait. Hey, look, Reem's there. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to stress Reem out by making her a moderator. Hooray! Reem, now you got to work hard. To step towards these two swords and meet that in your heart. He's got a coin over his heart. He knows what's right, but he knows that he's waiting on a particular moment of timing. There's a lot of this sense of divine timing, cosmic moments, but they definitely begin now. I still think this has got an energy of 9-9. Can I have, please, some information on this 9-9? See, new moon in Leo, that was the 8-8 portal. That's gone. Now we're moving into 9-9 territory. Dreams need a practical plan. This came up for the last group. This is again that energy of Gaia, Uranus, now in retrograde, bringing a change of frequency to everything, changing the rule book, rewriting the old. No more 8-8 portal. There'll be an 8-8 portal. But there's something to look forward to with this 9-9 portal. It's like an inner communication. And judgment and this, I need just one more card on that because it's really making, it's not satisfying me with its ending. there's one that's just gone the other way, and I think it's the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, and the Sun. Oh, it's got loads. So, you're waiting for the 9th of September. Your inner light will transfer you to a new energy in the real world, to a sense of sovereignty and synchronicity. I want to say that synchronicities are coming. This is the elven light. You will flow into the elven light. They're saying to me 6th of October. There's a period for you between the 9th of September to the 6th of October when Pluto comes out of retrograde, that there's kind of new energy flowing towards you. So, hooray, we got there in the end. Let's pop all those back and we'll move on to things. I was just having a check to see what you're saying. I'm really rubbish at reading these. It's just slightly too far out of my eyesight, even with glasses on. Probably need new glasses. I've been wearing the same ones since I left. Now, we're moving on to the next one. And I know that Mr. Rob Odinson will most certainly have picked the next object. So, did you, Rob, pick Mjolnir? Did you pick the hammer time? If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. So, hammer time, people. Right, so, did you pick object number 3, the hammer? I need you to tell me, people. Pick a deck between 1 and 4 for the tarot, please. 1 and 4 if you want to see the Thor vibes. Hang on, there's a little bit of a spillage just gone on there. It's too many. 4. Okay, you're getting 4. You've picked the Afro-Brazilian deck. Oh yeah, 4 for Thor. For 4. So here we go on hammer. It's hammer time. Concentrate, please, people. Oh, it is a grand Sunday. Yes, it is, dear Lionel. It's a beautiful day. It's a little bit hot here. 33 degrees, which is why I'm hiding in here. And I'm trying to get through all the symbols before the computer runs out, because there's no plug. But look, I can just give you a quick view round. Just look. There's all kinds of objects hanging. And then there's me, and I'm just hanging. So, I want to try and keep that grindstone in. Right, so, hammer people. Oh, I'm not telling you. I need 2 more. Oi, this is like magic. Oh, so you've got Edbursten. To burst out, to be free, Edbursten. And then you have fair, fire, aether, life. I'm telling you, Thor's hammer is pretty powerful. It can burst out of anything, and it can bring the power of life to anything, I'm telling you. And then you have Rad, ride or journey. And then you have that bugger of a card, the solstice, community, Sunsteder. And then you end with Leafshade, which is leaf shade, which is to merge or to be. So you're in some kind of transformative frequency. You're breaking out to go on a journey. Let's see what this one comes out as, whether it's a journey with a community or whether it's a personal journey into the solstice on the 4th of December. It's interesting because that came out in the last reading. Actually, it came out in the first reading as well. No, that was Sun going conjunct Pluto. So, Etbursten. I love Etbursten. I just love it as a word. Whoa! There's two cards here. King of Pentacles. I mean, if anything's going to burst out, you're not going to stop him, are you? He's got a great big sword hammer. So, cutting through. And then, this is quite dramatic energy. The fire is the Knight of Pentacles. There's an energy of a dragon biting down on the lance. And now let's do Rad. Rad. 7 of Pentacles. This is a very earthing energy frequency. Very earthing. Sunspeed, the solstice. There's a lot of battles going on with this one. You've now got the Knight of Swords. And then the Leaf Shade. Oh, you got 3. Oh, this is really interesting. This is like something's being prepared for you by the cosmos. After the battle is like a reunion or a union or a gift coming in from the other side. Yeah, there is something new about it, for definite. There is something new about this energy frequency. But it's almost like you can't fail to do this. It's like something's being brought to you. I'm going to ask for a time to give rather than to take. So we have the new moon in Virgo. I'm just going to put one on the raid. Oh, it's got a long way away. You've got to really reach for this journey. Oh, look, full moon in Virgo. This is definitely taking place in Virgo season. And then what's this leaf shade merge be? Looking at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. I'm pretty sure that the full moon in Sagittarius is a lunar eclipse. So there's like a battle taking place in Virgo season. So from sort of the 23rd, from tomorrow, hurry up, from tomorrow, there's something you need to battle to break free from that is holding back the fires of your soul. And I do feel like dragons are testing you. I think this is taking place at the moment. What do you want to give the dragon? What does that mean? What do you want to give to the dragon? I'm getting that energy of being scented, the stankness frequency. Just looking to see what's on the bottom. Yeah, cosmic ocean. There's something coming from the cosmos. So let me explain that. You're going on a journey now in Virgo season. I'm going to look into it, but it's about bringing yourself into a new, like a potential to harvest something brand new. Oh, hello, people. Yeah, you know, I'm really bad. I never mention sending me tips, but there's a PayPal link. PayPal me /rustling around or @rustling around if you wish to send me a tip, and they're gratefully received. And I'm so thankful for all of the wonderful donations that you send me, because look, I'm in a water mill because of you lovely guys. So preparing a harvest that comes into being, you will merge into this. It's like going for, look, we do this thing, spiritual journeys, a spiritual journey. Oh, how many more times am I going to face all these darknesses and shadows? I've been working on them, and every time I get somewhere, then something else comes along. I feel like you're being told, just get through Virgo and then have a rest. Have a rest until the period of time between the 20th of November until, that's interesting. I really haven't, my brain's not connecting. Can anyone look up when the full moon in Sagittarius, I don't mean the full moon, I mean where the moon is for the lunar eclipse on about the 20th. Can someone check out where it is exactly? Because I'm a little bit muddle-headed at the moment on that. But that's the period, this solstice is the period when you're going to re-engage with the next part. But you're going to get a rest throughout Libra and throughout, like it's particularly, this is talking about a rest period during Libra. So what's this battle? What's this dragons? I need to understand, why is it that you're facing dragons? We've got here air and earth. So it feels like plowing into the earth. I suppose I should do, yeah, full moon in Gemini. I thought it was Gemini for some reason. That makes sense because it's 6 months after the solar eclipse that was in Gemini. So that's when you switch. In that full moon period, in the tunnel, in the Ianus Geminus, if you pick the hammer, you prepare now. You battle with dead dragons. I need to know more about these dragons, and I'm actually going to cheat and ask the runes. What's this dragon business? It's Wassail. It's like a rising impassioned energy. I want to kind of say now, they're saying that these are energies within you that you repress. These are, you know, energies of impassioned thoughts, impassioned beingness, energies that you want to have around you that you are suppressing. You've got to fight to dig them back out of the earth. Some of these dragon frequencies have been hidden since you were a child. You've suppressed them so long. You need to make some kind of offering. And this has got something to do with cutting open a passageway so that you can give thanks, gratitude, energy, awareness to your lost dragons. I feel like they're saying, it's a bit like when I looked at the fixed stars and they have watchers. It's like you need to reinstate the 4 dragons of the elements that sit around you, and somehow you need to allow their energy to rise as sap to make you and your higher self your aether cosmic dragon. There's some kind of connection to building, I don't want to say a protection around you, but journeying forwards. It's almost like this, you are good enough to be your 5th dragon, is what I'm hearing. Oh, 5, to be the 5th dragon. The journey is to find you, the fire, your fire within you. So let's go to this solstice time. The battle has been over, and at the lunar eclipse, as the tunnel opens in the Janus Geminis, this is kind of you and many others just feeling like you've kind of witnessed an apocalypse. No. It's like the smoke clears, because there's a lot of smoke building in this dragon frequency. It's being able to clear your own smoke. And at that point, this is when you receive, I want to say that this is this is like a guide, a watcher from, well, it could even be Janus or Saturn. That's a sense I'm getting from it. It's about being welcomed into the new frequency of the age of Aquarius somehow. And he's here again. And he's preparing newness. Look, he's got the 3 bowls. There's something significant about that 3 that's not coming to me, because it's here as well. I mean, you can go down all the normal routes of mind, body, and soul, but really that's 4 anyway, because it's mind, body, soul, and biome that we need to be looking at. But it's about, this is the power rune. This is the rune. When you drink the water of this, it will increase your senses. Maybe during July. Don't know where that word came from. Maybe during Virgo, because these 3 cards to burst out with the fire is coming between the beginning and the end of Virgo season. So during that, I'm not going to suggest drinking that one or that one yet until Reem's done it, because she's the guinea pig. But we know that one can survive drinking fire rune water. It will increase your senses. It will allow you to find and seek and connect with your dragons. You've got to find them all. You've got to find all 4 dragons. And that is like a battle, but try and do it during Virgo. I do get the sense that you will get signs to help you. because this is being set up by some kind of watcher, guardian figure. Okay? So, that's hammer coming into something new. Coming into something new. Changing. Oh, bottom of the deck, totally new. It's an earthly newness. It's about where you are in the world. So now we're going to move on to object number 4 before my computer runs out. I will go quicker. So let's put all the runes back separately in the hope that they won't then duplicate themselves. I need a sip of water. So this is just another reminder that you can download your own rune deck, and you can either do it with my finger drawn images of the runes, or you can download a blank one and you can draw them all yourself, which will personally energize them more. Is that Lauren? I can't see properly. It looks like your side image, but have you changed your name? Well, hello, Lauren, if it is you. I can't see properly. The computer's just a little bit too far away from me to read that. So, oh, look, there's Patrick. I recognise that. Oh, hang on. Hello, Patrick. I don't know why. Oh, you're a moderator. I know. I really do need some new glasses. I've had these ones for about 2 years. And it's very funny because when I watch Val at Eternal Tarot, I quite often send donations saying to everyone, will we just all please donate some money to Val so that she can buy some new glasses? Because her dog chewed them and she has to hold them with a pair of pliers. I mean, ordinarily, I don't mind not seeing, but it's when you're writing things, it's all a little bit tiny, and I can't turn the brightness up too much, or we'll run out of energy. So, did you pick ho, ho, ho? So, did you pick the hoe? So, this just needs a pole, and then you can go in and you can dig up the earth and find all the buried skeletons within. So now pick a number between 1 and 3 for the tarot deck, please. Look, Patrick, you don't have to actually moderate if you don't want to. You can just ignore it. Just enjoy the thing. I don't care. I just wanted to have some moderators for the sake of having some. 2. It's 2. It's 2 people. It's 2. You have chosen the Universal Celtic Tarot to go with the hoe. Who are you calling a hoe? So, here we go, hoe. We want 5 cards for what the hoe people are getting from this new moon. Oh, look, it started with the same one as the cheese board. Hell is in the house. Hell is in the house. Hell is in the house. Right. That's too many. I do it if they fall in a block, as they often do. I take the top one, but not. I don't want more than 5 runes. So, are you all having fun with your rune decks? I am. Oi! Oh, looky, looky, looky. These two are so a pair. Swelgness and Wacken. Wake up, people, wake up from the past. So, right, two more, please. Two more, please. Come, give me not 8 cards. I don't need that many. Give me 2, that will do. 2, there's 1. Oh, looky, looky. Waking up to a homeward journey. Morning, people, and afternoon, people. There it is, there it is, there it is. Sacral yew tree. Well, I'm immediately hearing you have to wake up to your journey back to yourself. You must rebirth yourself from the past that you see as being wrong. The things you've done in your past that you feel sad about. So, let's get a Universal Celtic Tarot on each one. So, hello. So, yesterday, just to say, hell. Now, you know, in the lovely Elfenhamir and also the wonderful council card that I call Kate Blanchett, she went in my friend's shop yesterday and bought lots of things. And so I feel that there's very much a presence of hell around at the moment, but she's in a different frequency to how most people look at it. So, you see, and look, here she is as Temperance. That's a really interesting frequency. Just park that. Hell as Temperance. Hell as the healing, rebirthing, calmer frequency. Have a little think about that while I shuffle. Oh, what's the truth in your past? Ace of Swords. Why is it stuck? Why can't you lift that sword out? Oh, got the cards upside down now. Oh, that's interesting. Because you don't look. You're hiding all your past as closed energies. Turn them round. Look at them. It's been a gorgeous moon. Oh my God, that one just turned and landed bang underneath the space it's meant to be at. Wacken. It's Manannan. It's the sea god. It's very Neptunian energy. Waken to the truth of yourself. I get the feeling that the truth of yourself is yourself rather than things that you inherit from families. Like when they say, oh, all that side of the family, they're always moody. That's an energy being placed on you by others that doesn't belong to you. So how do you define yourself free of ancestral ties, free of family traits? So they exist. I'm not saying they don't exist, but sometimes we're loaded up with them in a way that's not true. Look, 10 of Pentacles, journey home. Back to the world, 2010. There's something about going back to something in your life in the year 2010. That's interesting, because that's got some kind of connection to when Regulus moved from Leo to Virgo. There's something very fresh about this frequency. And then for the you to return to yourself, which is Ayo is 13. It's to break free. It's to move from a sense of 12 to 13. Hell is likely to be card 13. So you're like in a frame of 13. You're in a frame of trying to break down structures, and yet there's something 7 and 14 either side in terms of how somehow the energy of spirit is coming in from a higher frequency to deliver something quicker than you imagine. That's interesting. So let's just get hell, death and rebirth. So energy's gaining momentum. This is a waxing moon. So there won't be a waxing moon now until after the new moon in Virgo. So for the moment, I would say that this energy begins with the death stage. It's like a fortnight. Oh, it is a fortnight. It's breaking everything down into 2-week periods for this. It's a fortnight, 7 days, 14 days. So the first 14 days is the waxing moon as it grows. No, it's going to wane first. It's going to wane from the full. So the first 14 days is about the releasing of the dead things. Then the new moon comes, and that's when it will wax and you will gain momentum. So there's some kind of pause while you go into your vortex. Can we have something about the vortex? Oh, it's gone a long way away. Right, hang on a minute. Let me go and climb down to that card. You can have a look at the beautiful mill behind me. Well, short of saying the same message again, don't let pride get in your way. It's a reevaluation. It's a reevaluation of who you were to who you will be. That's what's happening in this moment. The energy is gaining momentum, but not quite yet. The energy will gain momentum in 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks to analyze who the new you is. Who are you tempering to become? What's the truth of your past? This is really interesting energy. There's something about both needing to plug in and to pull out. That's a really interesting energy. This down here is the need to grab at some kind of energy and stop this from just rotating as the swelgeness, as the whirlpool going round and round. Lock it in. Lock in to your own truth. Seek your own inner truth. Pull the sword out. But first of all, you've got to anchor yourself to that sword. And that's also interesting because I've been getting a really strong message recently of not anchoring. But yours is definitely about anchoring. So this little anchor point needs to plug into the ground, plug into the truth so that you can open the top of this. Remove the barrier that's holding all your energies in and awaken to a new frequency. And that frequency is a judgment portal. There's something interdimensional about this with Manannan. He's riding a dolphin. Dolphins are... I feel like you're awakening some kind of... Look, I don't want to say light worker frequency because I'm trying at the moment to slightly avoid words of unnecessary distortion and weight, but an energy of an energetic gift would be the best way to look at this. But first of all, to activate that gift, it's like a gift you have to make to yourself. It's like you can't suddenly go, I'm going to go on a course, I'm going to become, you know, a Reiki master, because you need to Reiki master yourself first. And it's a journey that you have to go on to open some kind of new energetic flow from the future. Look, we talked about this with one of the other readings, but this is when the past, the thought processes block us. But you're being given a chance to temper all your past with a brand new truth. This is air and water energy. It's really beautiful. And this is to not judge yourself. So to look at your Urther past and to not judge yourself for it, to learn no judgment. And that will bring you on the beginning of your journey home. I'm going to throw a card on these two. The Ten of Pentacles is an energy of creating something energetic in the real world. But first of all, you've got to bring that energy, the Heimfeld, the home, Fahra is to journey in Old German, the home journey, the journey home, the Bifrost. I feel like we need more about that. I need something to talk about the energy between to awaken and to journey home. What's between them? What's between them is Reem, the white deer, the white hart. This is the sun. This is the energy of life force. You've got to fix your own life force by unlocking the past. And then we have two others. Right, look. This is the Six of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, which is again 13 frequency. I want to say that when I first saw these cards, they just immediately said you were always chosen for this journey. From being a child, you were always chosen from this journey. But what you've lost in coming into this energy of representing something for others, to guide them, to be a kind of awakened light to their own Bifrost, is you need to return to your sense of awe and wonder, this sense that everything in the world is magical. The world is creating anew with all these kind of goblins, and then they're going to synchronicities. There's a whole series of synchronicities coming to guide you back to yourself. So you've got to look out for signs, times, letters, colors. There's a whole series of rebirthing synchronicities that are coming towards you. This is so strong in the energy of 13. So let's have a look at Bifrost and Waken as a moonology. Bifrost and Waken. Bifrost and Waken. There we go. New moon in Gemini. It's about newness. It's about renewing yourself, tempering yourself down, coming to a new truth, moving into a new version of yourself, and then communicating that. I need sacral, though. I need to understand the sacral. The sacral is the movement. When the sacral is fixed, you get the movement. What's this about the sacral? That's a busy, it's a busy one. Right, so the first two that came out is the Four of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Working on yourself to connect with spirit. This is hell riding in on a cosmic dragon. She's here to protect you. She's here to work with you. She's offering you this temperance energy, this chance to calm things down. There's something about that dragon that's a little bit cheeky. So, this is very you, sacral. Shift your perceptions. Yew trees have, on very hot days, a yew tree gives off a kind of a psychedelic vapor, and it's a consciousness shifter. You have to shift you have to shift your perception of yourself to connect to your sacral. And then we have these two cards. It's again, this is hell coming in to heal you, the others. And look, we're talking about the word karma, but it isn't karma. This is inevitable. This is what's meant to be. We have another deer now. We have double the ream. Okay. Yeah, Reem's brought her family with her. She's also bought a giant golden eagle. But you can see that this is the you energy. You might want to, if you pick this, look at the tree reading about the you. You was death and rebirth. So, you know, hell is definitely here to rebirth. And then it ends with this wonderful page coming back out, being reborn. This is your sacral. This is now holding a gift, holding a light, holding something of value that others can now see. You've been seeing eagles a lot, Reem. Fly like an eagle. There's also a great big Aries Ubros. I had a very long debate with a friend who said from the Latin, the Ouroboros is much more beautiful, but I don't care. I still love Ouroboros because the ooh has got some kind of transformative energy for me, and I like it as 3 syllables. So I'm not changing that one. So there's a beautiful energy coming of rebirth of your own inner light that you can show to the world around you if you picked the ho, ho, ho. There's a breeze coming in through the window for the first time. So let's move on to the next tool other than me. So, did you pick tool number 5, which is the scissors? Let's get the scissors out. It's not going to happen. So, did you pick the scissors? Beautiful old scissors. Not sure quite what they're cutting. But they're a very beautiful object. So did you pick the scissors? And do you want deck 1 or deck 2? Do you want deck 1 or deck 2? I would never cut my beard. I might get it out for you though. Look, it's been all wrapped up and wet. It's been tied up like this for about a fortnight. Let's give it a little shaking out. There we go. It looks enormous. Right, so we got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. So it's 1. It's 1. You got the lights ears. So here we go. Oh my God, I gotta go quicker. The battery's gonna run out. Right, people. Otherwise, it'll be pick the first 5. And if you picked, I'm excited by the last one. Come on, we've got to do this quickly, people. We've been on nearly 2 hours. The computer needs to last. So, 5 cards, please, for the scissors. Right, we've got 3. Oh, that's interesting. We've got Waken again. There's 78 cards, but it's an energy returning. I feel like there's a V for Virgo in that. And yours is really interesting. You've got Wild Ox, followed by Wealth and Livestock. That's the Thoth arc in the wrong order. Waking up to a change of direction, maybe. What is wild within you and what is contained? What is of free value within you and what is contained? I'm waiting for card. I just want 2. So that's 3, but I'm going to make them take 2. Fire. We've had fire already. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Okay, so there's a big pile, but only one's facing up. So we're going to take the one that's facing up. It's towardness, the future. Right, so this is definitely an energy of pouring fire onto your future. If you chose the scissors, you need to pour fire onto your future. It's almost like your thoughts of the future at the moment feel so wild that you're trying to suppress them for something that you think is better suited to you. And I get the feeling that that's not the truth. You need to have as wild an imagination as possible. So waken and originate, waken to your own dreams, waken to your thoughts, waken to your emotions. Hello, Deborah. Wassail. So, wild ox. Oi. Noi people. I don't know which way around these go because they're on the floor. Oh, that's interesting. So, with wild ox, you've got the lovers. With wealth, you're alone. With your wild dreams, you're connected. That's interesting. I mean, there's a healing to the other. Right, fire and a fire. Oh, look, fire in your belly. That's fear. And then towardness is the destiny that you create for yourself. You're rewriting your own destiny. So that's interesting. Yeah, throw your bowls in the air like you don't care. Right. And he said, bowls, not balls. Don't get it wrong, people. So, awaken to what's in your heart. Awaken to the emotions that move you. I kind of need to turn these 2 cards around the other way. you're supposed to be in this wild energy that moves you into space. This is strength. This is aurochs. This is a giant cattle, now extinct. But the whole point of them was that they're wild. You cannot contain the truth within you, but you are. That's what you're doing. You need to allow your, not just desires, but your imagination, that which inspires you, that which impassions you, to be the freeing frequency. And I am seeing this as an energy of not just a co-creation with spirit, but of an energy of being open to being in the flow of romance, because it's coming with the 9. It's almost to just trip over into the arms of somebody, but this is the energy that's holding you back. Prosperity, wealth. This is livestock. And this is the first card of the Elder Thoth arc. So it says, we are all defined by that which we own. And I feel like this is a frequency that's transforming. It's not what we hem in, but that which we allow to run free. And that's really why this second card becomes a more important frequency, because it's the freedom to roam. So then we have, no. Let's go to the Moonology and put some Moonology on this. Awaken Wild Ox. Oh, that's too weird. I'm going to put them back. I'm just going to show them for you. I'm going to leave them out. Again, you're dealing with, and I'll put these back separately, but they both just jumped out. The space in Virgo. It's Virgo season that matters to you. I'm going to put them back in again. So, awaken to the wild ox. It's time to release negative energy. It's time to release that 12 frequency of what you own and possess. I'm not saying give everything away, but what I mean is you're hanging on to the material which is stopping the flow of a kind of energetic consciousness freedom. It's like to be able to go on a reverie and to allow that reverie to just take you wherever the waves of magic want to take you. But you can't do that while you're holding on to full streams of what your future should be. Because your future, this energy of the future is about having the energy of the water meadow. If you take these two lines away, you get the frequency of the water meadow card. But it's also about freeing all the briars. All of the things that grow to stop are planted within the negative thoughts you have that you're not even aware are negative. So let's just have another Moonology. Yeah, commitment being tested. It's like there's a little game going on. It's a game between these two cards. What do you want to free in yourself, and what do you want to hang on to, and how are you working out which best suits you to move forwards? So I need a few more on that one. So, talk to me about the difference between wild ox and wealth and livestock. Look. Yeah, look, so I'm going to do the more negative version first. So wealth and wild ox is very much the frequency of 12. It's 12 frequency. It's being trapped, hanging around, waiting, and it being all kind of thought-based. You know, the thoughts almost being overblown in that sort of safety net of what do you own, what do you possess, what do you have, why is all of that so important to you? And yet it's not allowing you to quite reach the truth of your joy. Now, on the other side, what did we have? When you free your imagination, you really free your imagination. Everything goes into an energy of celebration. There couldn't be a more enormous change of frequency between the closed eyes that take place on this one and the sort of open celebration energy on this one. Although obviously the lovers ain't looking because they're just touching. But there is a real sense of the change of frequency here to here. This is so much more impassioned, so much richer. Two, the fire, the aether, the fire in your soul. Oh, you see, look, it's also obvious. It's the freedom of the horse here. It's also reminding me, in Britain, we have a bank called Lloyd's Bank, and it has a black horse as its symbol. But originally, it was created in Wales as a bank that looked after the wild black oxen that the Welsh kept because they were called black gold, because they were very valuable creatures. And so the whole of that banking system was created under that name. So you need to move towards the freedoms to allow the fire to rise within you. If you want to waken up, you've got to make yourself much more Vanahamir and not Asgard. You need the energy of a borderless place of creation. So can we have a Moonology on... It's so determined to be in your reading that now is the time to do this. Virgo season is your time to move through this. 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was just checking something there. So, inner compass. The inner compass here is about freedom. It's about moving through and dealing with a transformation of the energies from dark to light being in balance, no longer just one or the other. Too much of this is dark heavy with little light. Too much of this is light heavy with not enough dark. Somehow you've got to find a balance to this. Again, I feel like your balance is coming like the 6th of October. Let's go in on your future. What's coming to the future? What's coming to the future for these people? This Tawardness, Skuld, the youngest of all the Norns, because she's yet to be made. It's some kind of, there is an energy of romance coming in your future. Okay, so they're saying the 8th of October. But it's only if you want to hear that energy. You know, this can be the energy of spirit bringing something new to you, but the overriding desire of spirit is to bring you some kind of energetic partnership with someone. That doesn't have to involve romance and love, really. But it's about meeting somebody new who will awaken something within you. It's like their words will whisper into your ear, sweet nothings, and they will inspire you. So let's have a Moonology on the future. I really sometimes feel like I want to take that card out the deck, New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. We know that. Look at the bigger picture. It's a full moon in Sagittarius, but last time that was referring to things that's got nothing to do with the solstice. I feel like both of those cards are just nonsense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them both back. I'm actually going to ask Odin and the Nine Realms to complete your reading, because that's both of those cards make no sense. So, can we please have a little magic at the end so that we understand where the scissor people are going? It's interesting, as I've said, scissors. He cut his hand off. Well, he didn't. It was bitten off. But this is about the moon. This is about sacrificing something, sacrificing all of this, working out what it is that's keeping your life in a kind of limbo, just hanging there, almost like it's the start. It's like you haven't even passed the starting line and there are people lapping around you. So one more, Odin. The future for these people, where's it heading? It's heading to magic. It's heading towards Yew-Tree. It's heading towards a rebirth. And it's got the images, the symbols of Sagittarian on it. It's about something to do with a notion of seeking your truth. It's going back to this. What is it that you most desire that you've forgotten along the way? What did you mean to co-create with spirit? Now is the time to do that. Now is the energy for that. Okay, so let's move on to the last one because the computer's going very, 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 very low. So let's put all these back. I don't need to put those back because we're on one final deck. There's no number picking. You're getting the Thoth. So let's just put that one back in the Moonology. So they can go over there. Did you pick the Scythe? I love this Scythe. It makes me feel very much like death and rebirth are here. What are you going to scythe out of your field and take to the market and barter to make something more beautiful with? So did you pick Scythe? Did you pick Scythe? So 5 cards, please, before the computer runs out. 5 cards before the computer runs out. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, that's too many. Let's give them a rifle. Oh, it's like the delay in the shuffle. The delay in the shuffle. Here we go. Scythe. Side, 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 side. Side, 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 side. Can we please have 5 cards for those that pick sides? How many have we got here? Oh, so we've got personal Yggdrasil. It's come up before. We've got wasp, sap, to be impassioned. We've got butcher's broom, brom, to scrub. 2 more, please, for the siders. Oh, and you've got myself, man, humankind, and you've got year, harvest. So let's get your deck of tarot. I'm getting really warm again now. Let me have another sip of water. I'm so sorry. I'm really not paying any attention to the comments. But I'm quite sure you're all having a great time talking with each other. Right, so can we have one for personal Yggdrasil tree? Well, there's one that's got quartz, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to ask for another card to go with it that falls. There we go. So, Ash, personal Yggdrasil tree, 3 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Discs, which is the king in this deck. You're just in there talking about your tools. Plug in Princess of Pentacles. This is a very earth-bound frequency. Let the sap rise. Is there some kind of resistance that you're creating with the earth, between you and the earth around you? Butcher's Broom, Princess. There's a newness to this. Princess of Swords, that's Ninlil. Ninlil was in one of the readings that Reem did on the Gates of Babylon. So for myself, a man, we've got humankind. I felt like I could smell gas then. I know I can't, but I'm just merely pointing out. Scent keeps coming up a lot. Well, we want one for the harvest. Ooh, harvesting some fire. You've got Queen of Cups. Right, let me look. This is about scrubbing down your vision of you, your personal Yggdrasil tree. There's something about how it shines at the moment. This is like going back to the first message. Gate 2, was it Gate 2? I think it was Gate 2. Creating a new vision of your Yggdrasil tree. There's nothing actually wrong with your Yggdrasil tree. If you look at the frequency of this card followed by the next card, it's the same energy, but it's rising further. It's nutrients, it's shadows. What are you not seeing in your shadows? There's something in Butcher's Broom. Butcher's Broom is a knee ivy, an ivy that only grows to knee height. And it was made like birch into little brooms, but it was used to scrub away the blood on a butcher's block. So there's something about replaying the thoughts of something which hurt your Yggdrasil tree, but it's really talking about them being in the energy of the roots of your Yggdrasil tree. So in your shadows, there's something that needs washing free, scrubbing free. And to me, it's like there is no pain, and yet you have a fear of looking. Because all of these are not looking. They're not looking at the issue. I almost get this sense that you're reaching up to the heaven. You're reaching up to the light, but you're not planting enough into the darkness. And this is interesting. Earth magic is the space between the shadows and the light. It's a space between the earth and the air, the sword, the truth, the plough. It's the colour in between. And the colour in between is water. It's all the emotions. There's something about the reflective quality of this and plugging your newness, because if you take these off, you get Dej. You get the energy of moving through the eye of a needle and opening back out. But this is somehow about bringing the energy into balance. They're showing me night and day, light and dark. Again, the space between. It's the space between the shadows and the light. What is it? Can we have something about this space between? having faith in your dreams. This is a waxing crescent moon. That comes just after the new moon. Sap. What have we got for sap? Okay, this rising will start from the 6th of October. It's like if you've picked this, your energy cleanup, your emotional content is not going to happen until after the 6th. From the 6th to the 18th. Why am I saying that? What, no 18? It might be that the 18th is when Saturn and then Jupiter come out of their retrograde periods. Let me just have a quick look. So Saturn comes out on the 11th, Jupiter on the 18th. Okay. And what's happening with that, plugging yourself in? There's a lot of repeat energies. Communication to others, communicating emotions to others. There's something about being cut off at the moment. There's something about being slightly static, slightly withdrawn. So year, harvest. What's coming? It's a healing. It's a star frequency. There's something very beautifully, cosmically healing happening to your personal Yggdrasil tree. But it does involve scrubbing away some bloodstains, something that hurts, something that's within your frequency that you won't look at. You see, look, 9 and 6. I feel like they're showing me 9, 6, 12. 12 is the Tesla code 3, which is 3 plus 6 is 12, which returns to 3. But there's something about this that says 3 is your inner. It's an inner motion that bounces between different dimensions. It's an inner frequency of fixing something within yourself, and it feels like it's not in its true form. So you've got all these wands, you've got this sense of moving from victory to being renewed, to replanting your Yggdrasil tree, to harvesting, to connecting to whatever it is that was in the void energy within you. They're showing me something about these two energies and how if you take this and slide it down and slide that one down and then place them either side, you get the harvest, but you've got to open out before you can draw a reward from your heart and sacral, from the potential that is healing within you. This is Aquarius energy. There's something coming in with the Jupiter frequency. What do we have in these two? Jupiter. And this is the sun and the moon. This has got a reference to the 4th of December, but it's more... It's like coming out of something and then allowing for the rest of the year your sap to just keep rising, to keep growing, to keep forming something new. Getting a bit dark in here now. Just realised that I didn't make any timestamps. So, surrender. This period after October, so for me, it's saying that for you, there's some kind of surrendering that needs to take place after the 18th of October. So your work is from the 6th to the 18th, to plug yourself in, to allow your shadows to be viewed, washed, scrubbed, cleaned, understood, and that will move you into a frequency of growth. I forgot to show you that card ages ago. You're coming into your passions. This sap that's rising will begin to burst out from within you towards the end of the year. Yeah, there is a restoration. It's a restorative energy. It's not really to stand still until October. I guess you could, but it's more that post the 18th of October is about having a kind of calmer period to sit back, to meditate and contemplate, and make that sort of frequency change. Yeah? Just wondering what's on the bottom of this deck. Conclusions are in reach. Full moon eclipse. That's when it changes again. When that full moon eclipse comes on the 20th, before the solar eclipse on the 4th of December. There's a lot of energy coming in. There's a real lot. I'm just going to ask for naughty bit of Odin at the end, because I think the battery's just going to last this one. What's coming in the harvest? Petrol. This is to take flight. This is to become yourself. This is to allow the energies of the cosmos to open out and flow through you. This is seeded, rebirthed, beginning to show fruits, beginning to harvest things. To taking off again, but don't feel a need to rush the energies as this year concludes. Just kind of let the October thing come through. Have a readjustment, scrub yourself down, go through Scorpio season, go into Sagittarius, aware that that's going to be the next kind of moving frequency for you. So that's all of the beautiful readings. I think sometimes we have to learn when it's time to do a spiritual journey and work on something, and when it's time to actually realize you've reached a plateau and to enjoy the plateau for a little while. Just before the computer runs out, I want to show you this beautiful thing. This is a black garlic. What's a black garlic? It's a garlic that has been smoked for so long that inside, and it's very soft. This is a piece of deeply smoked garlic, and it's like vinegar, sugar, licorice, smoke, garlic. It's just, it's the most beautiful thing. I don't know if you can all get your hands on this, but black smoked garlic, it's like having the most beautiful, kind of like licorice jelly sweet that's completely natural. It's so sweet and so like a balsamic vinegar taste. Yes, look, love them, taste sweet. They're like licorice. I have to say, here in Portugal, I think they smoke them for longer than they do in Britain. In Britain, they're a bit soft and pussy. Here, it's the most beautiful frequency. Love it with potato. Everything's lovely with potato. Potato with everything. I will admit, Deborah, I do love cooking. There's lots of recipes on my website. If you go in along the top, there's different sections. You can punch recipes. And there's lots of recipes there. Yeah, go and get some now, Penelope. It's beautiful stuff. Great with figs. I'm going straight outside because there's fig trees. I'm going to cut the figs and have figs and black garlic. How beautiful is that? Yes, potato with everything. Absolutely. Right, so beautiful people. How long have we been on? 2.5 hours. So there's some more readings coming on various forms. I just want to remind everyone, download your free copy of the Raw Rune so that we can all start working with them. I am spending every other moment trying to catch up on all the videos and type everything up. And I did just get a little bit exhausted after building the rune deck because it was days and days of trying to pin down all the names so that we can have a working deck for the moment before it changes so much. So, beautiful people, enjoy your Sunday. I'm going to enjoy mine, although I suspect outside it's like an oven today. So it might be a staying indoors day, doing some more transcribing. Anyway, beautiful people, thank you for watching me. If you do want to send me a tip, it's PayPal me rustling around or PayPal me / rustling around. I'm always grateful for your money. It allows me somewhere to stay and food to eat, like the lovely black garlic. Anyway, have a beautiful afternoon. Much love. I love all of you very, very much. And thank you for joining me on this Sunday. Wassail, beautiful people. Love you all very much.